Hi everyone, this is Tamu. Welcome to my channel, The Cloud Security Guy. In case you're new here, I talk on a weekly basis about things pertaining to cloud security, artificial intelligence, and general cybersecurity career advice. So today I want to continue on my last video. If you watched that, basically I talked about how to move from IT to a cybersecurity career. So one of the roles I talked about a lot was the CISO, and its jobs, roles, and responsibilities. Okay, and a lot of people did ask me about it. So today I want to talk about this role, which is the role of the Chief Information Security Officer, or the CISO, and its roles and responsibilities. So the CISO, if you don't know, it's the topmost position in cybersecurity. Okay, this is the person who heads the cybersecurity unit of the company. I like to say where the buck stops when it comes to cybersecurity. This is the person who will set the strategy, talk to the board about cybersecurity, what's going on. Set the vision. The list is too long to go on, basically, too long to complete. This is a very critical and a very stressful job. I mean, if you have seen news of, those data breaches which happen, like when a company gets compromised. So the CISO is the first one in the line of fire. And in the worst case scenarios, they are the people, unfortunately, who get fired the first. But if you have a passion for cybersecurity, definitely this is the position to be in, because this is the way you can do the most impact. So why do people do it? If I'm saying such a stressful job, I mean, usually they have the best salaries and packages in the industry. So I am based out of the UK, and this is the top three of the highest paid technology jobs. I mean, they get really, really good salaries. And in the UAE, where I was from, and of course, that's not the only reason. I'm not saying that CISOs only do it for the money, but if you have a passion for cybersecurity, this is the greatest, best position to be in, honestly, because this is where you can drive the most changes. So this is what I wanted to talk about in this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please do like and subscribe to this channel. This will really help the channel to grow and reach the maximum amount of people. So let's start our video. So before we go ahead, of course, a quick question somebody might ask me is, am I a CISO? I mean, what qualifies me to speak about the role, like what are CISO's jobs, roles, and responsibilities are? What kind of experience do I have? Quick intro about me, if you don't already know. I have been in the cybersecurity industry for the past 20 years. I've been in leadership positions. I've won a few awards here and there. I'm currently based out of London, where I moved after I was awarded the UK Global Talent Visa. Currently, I'm working in Amazon Web Services, and absolutely no, I'm not a CISO at all. But have I been a CISO? The answer to that is yes. I have been a CISO in many positions. Like I said, I was in the UAE for 10 years, and I have done this position in many, many companies. Okay, I've set the strategy. I have done the function of the Chief Information Security Officer, and I won the CISO of the Year award in 2019, which I'm very proud of. I was awarded this by EC Council. Okay, and I was very proud of that because there were a lot of people. Sometimes I felt more qualified than me, but I did won this award. So I do have familiarity with this role and what a person has to do. So let's talk about it. Okay, let's talk about a CISO. What is a CISO? What are the roles and responsibilities which this function does? Okay, so if you want to look at the technical definition, the CISO is the executive responsible for an organization's information and data security. I mean, he sets the tone and strategy for cybersecurity. And this is an evolving role. What do I mean by that? Because that means this role has changed over the years a lot, actually. I mean, the power and the budget. Previously, if you know, like 10 years back, CISOs used to sit within the IT. Okay, they used to report to the CIO. Then slowly, we realized that this is not the best way to do. This might not be the best way for a CISO to do effective decision making. So they moved to risk management. They're under the chief risk officer because now they are independent of IT. Okay, they can make independent decisions. And now a lot of times they're equal to the CIO or the CRO. They have gotten board level positions and they're reporting directly to the CEO. So like I said, this position has evolved, their power has evolved, their budgets have evolved, their decision-making authorities have evolved. So this is, and it's going to evolve in the future also. This is going to keep on changing. A lot of people are saying now the CISO will be called the Chief Trust Officer or something like that. So this is not a static role. It's going to keep on evolving, usually for the better. So what skills are needed? So if you want to be a CISO, what are the things you need to be able to have to become a CISO? Now, there are certain things which are standard. You should have, I mean, like a bachelor's degree in computer science, maybe 7 to 12 years experience of work experience, like 5 in a management role. You should have a degree certification. Those things, of course, those are standard for any leadership position. But what are the things you uniquely need to have for a CISO? I want to talk about that exactly when it comes to jobs, roles, and responsibilities. First of all, most important would be communication skills or soft skills. Easily, this is the most most important thing of a CISO. You might have the best technical knowledge, but if you're not able to communicate to the board, to the C level, to the employees, you will not be effective as a CISO. A lot of your effectiveness, how good you are as a CISO, it directly is related with how good you can advocate, how good you can talk to people. Okay, the best CISOs, they have a good technical foundation, but they have the skills to communicate to other C-level executives on the board, to the to the CEO, to the CEO, those sort of things. So you need to have great communication and presentation skills. This will help you interact with the staff, the people, the board members, and the management in an effective way. And this will get you trust also. You need to be able to articulate IT security and technical issues in a very easy to understand, non-threatening manner. This will make people trust you. This will make people come to you when they have a problem. The part two would be technical foundation. So a lot of people say that you don't need technical skills to be a CISO. I don't agree with that. I think that's completely wrong. You should have some technical skills. You don't need to have a very deep understanding, or like a deep, you need to be a programmer or something like that. But you definitely need a background in IT. Otherwise, you will not be able to give effective advice. So IT will not respect you, right? As they will be able to quickly see that you're not understanding the technologies they are referring to. I always recommend you do the CISSP at least when you're trying to go for the CISO position. There are other programs like the EC Council, they have the certified CISO program. Okay, those are optional, but if you don't have technical skills, your knowledge and effectiveness as a CISO will be limited. Like, take an example, if there is a DDoS attack happening and they come to you for advice in an incident and you don't know where the firewall, or you don't know what a WAF is, you don't know how the incident response happens, you will not be effective, right? And IT will not respect you also. They'll see this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So definitely you will lose out on the respect and the authority that you will command. So you should have a good technical foundation. Next thing would be leadership. So what I need by leadership, it's a very vast term, right? But as a CISO, you will be expected to set the strategy, set the team building, motivate the teams. If you're not comfortable leading teams, then this is not the job for you. If you're like an introvert, maybe this is not the position for you. If you're not comfortable talking to a lot of people, interacting with a lot of people. So as an effective CISO, you need to have great supervision skills, right? You should be able to communicate. And what are the skills I'm talking about? I'm like talking about conflict management. If teams are like fighting with each other, you should be able to resolve it. That critical thinking, time management, a sense of priority, problem solving, the mentorship. Those are the sort of skills that you will not get by any certification, that you will not get by any degree. Those you need to cultivate, and really it comes from experience. What else? Risk management. What do I mean by risk management to be an effective CISO? Well, the reality is, as a CISO, you will not have unlimited time and unlimited budget. You need to focus on what is the most important, right? And you will not be able to fix everything. So you need to be able to prioritize. If you want to know what are the top 3 risks to my business, you need to know how to do risk management, right? You need to understand, you need to able to prioritize the threats to your technology stack, find out which are the top 3 risks where I need to focus on, because otherwise you will be just be doing firefighting. You'll be running from one issue to another. So as a CISO, you need to have that ability to find out what are the things. You will not be able to fix everything. Remember that as a CISO. So you need to focus on what are the things I can quickly fix within 90 days, within 180 days, within 365 days. And the best way to do that, and this will help you to justify also, is through risk management, to follow a proper risk management methodology. Okay. And this will help you to communicate also. So risk management is very, very important. Lastly, what is being there is budgeting. This is easily my least favorite part of becoming a CISO. But yes, budgeting, guys. If you don't like numbers, well, I hate to tell you this, but yeah, you will be interacting with this because you will be given a budget and you're expected to use that budget wisely. And management want to see a return on investment. They don't just expect to, you can't just expect them to give you millions and millions of dollars and nothing is happening. They want to see an investment, right? What happened to this solution? How much money did we save? How many threats did we save? Okay. And you're expected to a budget for 3 to 5 years. Will you be able to do it? So those are the things you need to be able to do. And you need to be able to show a return on investment. Okay. How much did this solution actually realize? Return on investment, doing cost benefit analysis. Those are very, very important skills as a CISO. So I hope this helped you out, guys, what I was talking about. So the next question would be, okay, I understand these skills. Maybe I have them. Okay, maybe I'll cultivate them. So how do I become a CISO? Like, how do I do it? Well, there are 2 ways of doing it. Honestly, I've coached a lot of people, and this is what I recommend, which is, one is the organic way, which is the slower but the most stable way, which is simply progress in your job until you reach the CISO position. So maybe you have The management sees that you are competent, you have these accomplishments, you have shown leadership, right? So they are willing to give you that responsibility. A lot of people do this. They organically grow up the ladder until they reach the CISO position. Sometimes it's possible, sometimes it's not possible. Maybe you're too junior, maybe there are several levels above you, and you know that it won't happen in the next like 15 years until some miracle happens. So that position is not. So the other way is simply doing the other way, which is the job switch way. This is, some people think this is a shortcut. I don't agree with it. Supposing maybe you're an infosec manager or infosec officer and you have these skills, but you're not getting the opportunity to show it. Maybe you're not even in infosec, you're an IT manager, you have those leadership, but you know you can't transition to your security team, right? So the other way of doing is doing a job switch to a smaller company. So maybe there's a smaller company, and those companies, they are willing to give you that chance because they cannot afford to hire a full-time CISO. Okay, so you can move to a smaller company. They will willingly give you that title and that responsibility, and you can really get that excellent experience there in a smaller environment. You can get that experience, and in a few years you will be at that position where you can make the jump to a bigger company with a proper CISO position. So I've seen a lot of people, this is how I've recommended to a lot of people to do it also. So those two ways are available, you have. And some companies which I haven't mentioned here, there is the concept of a virtual CISO also showing up. That's happening more in the Europe region and in the States. So I didn't mention it here, but that is an option also. But just to remember, there are two ways. One is the organic way, where go up the ladder, and the other one is the job switching way. Both of these, you have to decide which is good for you. So I hope this was good for you guys. Let me know in the comments if you feel I could have added something, could have missed something. If I did something wrong, let me know also. In the description, if you want to book some time with me, get some time for coaching, there is a link with there, and you can book some time with me, and I'm happy to give you career advice also. Thank you very much for listening to me, guys. Please do like and subscribe to this channel. It will really help the channel to grow. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.